Alexis, aka the Sloth Reader, and I'm here today to do my November book haul. So I didn't buy that many things in November. I think I only ended up buying 3 books, 2 manga, and 1 graphic novel. But I'm really excited about everything I bought, which I am every month, so let's just go ahead and get into it. The first thing I bought was This Is What It Feels Like by Rebecca Barrow, and I'm so excited to read this because I know it's a contemporary book that's about like a bunch of girls who are in a band together, and I know that it's in some way queer, but it's about like their feelings and their trials and tribulations as a band, and it just sounds awesome, and I'm so excited. And I know my dear friend Leah from Drums of Autumn really enjoyed it, so I'm very excited to eventually pick this up. The next thing I purchased in the month of November was Monstrous Volume 3 by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takada. This is one of my favorite graphic novel series. I love it so much. The art is just absolutely stunning. I'm not going to do a flip through just because this is volume 3 and I don't want to spoil it, but I highly recommend this series so much. And I haven't read volume 3 yet, and I'm so upset with myself for not doing it, but I'm very excited to finally get to it. The next book I purchased in November was Pulp by Robin Talley, and this book basically follows like 2 storylines. The first is a girl who's reading a lesbian pulp fiction book in like the modern era, and then it actually follows the people from that lesbian pulp fiction book back in the 1950s, and it basically explores like these 2 characters who are both lesbians as they are coming to terms with their sexualities, but also like falling in love, and it explores like the impact of lesbian pulp fiction, but also like the different eras in which these 2 characters existed and how that relates to like, LGBT issues and stuff, and I'm just really excited about this. I've never read a Robin Talley book, but I just love the premise of this one, so I'm very excited to get to it. The next book I picked up was The Resolutions by Mia Garcia, and this is basically about like 4 best friends who are in their senior year, and they decide to do this like list for each other where they challenge each other to do things. And it just sounds like it's gonna be like a fun little story. I love books that center around like groups of friends and everything, and I just kind of love this cover because it gives me like Breakfast Club vibes, but I'm really excited to read this one as well. The next thing I bought in the month of November was Full Metal Alchemist Volume 3. These are the Full Metal editions. Basically they're re-releasing Full Metal Alchemist in these beautiful hardcover editions, and this is Volume 3. And I absolutely love these editions. They're so beautiful, and they feature like colored pages in the beginning, and these like really pretty, I don't know how you describe those, and then they're all new typesetting and stuff, and they're just really pretty, and they're really nice. And if you love Full Metal Alchemist as much as I do, they're like the perfect little like collector's thing. So the next thing I purchased in the month of November was Monster Volume 1 by Naoki Urasawa. This is a manga I've been wanting to read for a very long time. I know at this point it's like 25 years old, because I think it was first published in 1994, but for some reason I just never got around to reading it, so I decided to go ahead and buy the first volume as incentive. But I'm really excited to read this, because I know that people say this has one of the like best villains like in any manga ever, and I'm really excited for that. And it's basically about like a retired surgeon who is called in to solve like these mysterious killings in Germany, and it's basically like has to do with like some of the things he did in his past, and I've just heard it's really good, and I'm really excited to finally be able to read this. The last thing I bought in the month of November was Artemis Fowl Book 1. I have never read the Artemis Fowl books. I know that they're really popular for like younger readers, but I just never got around to reading them. But these are the like new covers that are being released, I guess because the movie's coming out in 2019, and I really love these covers a lot. I really like the art, and I just think that they're very colorful, and I love them. So I figured now was the perfect time to go ahead and pick up the first book and try to read it before the movie comes out. All I know is that this follows our main protagonist, Artemis Fowl, who's like a 12-year-old like criminal mastermind, and he basically gets involved in this war between like these super weaponized fairy like race, And that's pretty much all I know, but like I said, I know this is a very well-beloved series for younger readers, and now is just the perfect time to go ahead and read them. Alrighty guys, so those are all of the things I bought in November. I'm really excited to read all of these. Hopefully I can get to most of them pretty soon. I'd love to know what you read in the month of November. If you like what I do, I try to upload 2 videos every week, and I'll see you guys soon with another one.